Welcome everyone to DRC F123. It's tier 1. It's the first race of the season, season 10. We're driving around Saudi Arabia and we've still got a couple of lobby issues to deal with. And you know what? I have a driver here in the chat pre-race. So yeah, Deflink, how are you doing? This is usually my commentary partner, but it's a driver today that I'm going to make fun of.
Pre-race interview. Yeah, I'm here.
It's totally going to be an interview and not just us messing around as we wait for this lobby to sort itself out.
No, so you won't believe it. The lobby isn't working. You know, we started. So obviously we're meant to start at 7. It's currently 11 minutes past 7. So in that time, we've almost done a full qualifying session. You know, we've got a 25-lap race around Saudi. Still trying to get people in. Oh, someone's actually disconnected there, so we've actually lost someone. So we're now down to 11.
Apparently, I've now sourced myself a co-commentator potentially. So
that's good. Who could it be?
We'll see. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, on my way. Oh, that's a good message to see. Deflink, I might have to kick you out of the commentary box here.
That's fine. I think we're about to get started anyway. I'm hoping, to be honest with you, because you know we've all got stuff to do. I've got another race to do soon.
Yeah, like you're cutting that a bit close. We're talking about.
It's cutting it close. Yeah, if we'd started at 7, you know, or if Regin hadn't changed the time of the race start.
Apparently, everyone's trying to jump in now. Where was this excitement when I was asked to fill?
It's because I'm here.
Oh, they just want to talk to you. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's clearly what. I'm going to lose my stuff in a minute. Can we get started, please? What are we waiting for?
We've got 2 people readied up, but I think we're still missing someone.
Well, they can just not race then. I don't care. Let's just go. If they bought the game on Steam like a sensible human being,
yeah. Look, you're live here, Deflink. You're live.
Yeah, but I'm getting out. Get my anger out. Steam exists for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Use it. I should mention at this point other game platforms.
We've gained an extra commentator here. I think we've got TMC in the comms box now. Welcome. How are you doing?
I will not be silenced.
Someone kicked Def out of the comms box.
I will not be silenced. This is outrageous.
I can't move him on phone.
This is a combination that's been in this box for a few times now.
Is that you that keeps serving me in here? It's Scrub.
Oh no, it might be Pockets actually.
This is getting quite entertaining.
It's alright.
Getting more entertaining than yesterday.
Oh, we're missing Edgin now, apparently.
Oh my god. What is going on?
Guarantee there's a crash turn 1 and everyone dies, and that'll be the end of the stream.
Don't worry.
Edgin is restarting as I've just received information from race control. So
he's just restarting. Okay.
We'll be waiting here a little bit longer. Of course, it's the first race of the season, so there's a few technical issues we need to get out of the way. Clearly, yeah. I don't really know what to talk about. I've not got anything to analyse from last race or like anything. Anyway, TMC, how are you doing? Yes, you've joined a bit late here.
I'm doing absolutely fine. My flight was delayed, so I wasn't here yesterday.
Lovely.
You missed a great race.
Yeah, I missed the great race. I started watching it like lap 9 or something. That was...
Oh, I got a message from someone. Who is it?
It's probably people telling you to stop unmuting yourself.
No, it's my partner for my next sim race asking me when I can do practice.
This
little busy right now. You know, maybe if we'd started on time, this wouldn't have been an
issue. Welcome to the DRC comms box, everyone. I probably need to turn TMC up a little bit, a bit quiet on.
I can take my mouth further.
No, it's fine.
You can take your mouth further.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna detach your mouth.
I'm already getting used to the verbal competency. God damn it.
Oh, we're in. Oh, we're ready to go.
Oh, we're ready to go. So
I think we're ready to go.
We are kicking you out.
I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your race. I'm sure it'll be nothing but excitement. from start to finish, and Edgin won't dominate.
Have fun.
I will.
All right, and as we get all the drivers out of the commentary box, yes, so we've got our tier 1 race here. We're actually starting. We're only 15 minutes late. Yes. Watch Def yeet himself into a wall. Honestly, I'm expecting it, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to start making fun of him. It's gonna be great.
I hope Deathling doesn't die, because then I'm scared he'll be up here like a second after he DNF'd.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Deathlink podcast if he ends up in a wall.
Oh no. It's just not getting sorted as streams. It's just gonna get re-uploaded on YouTube as a podcast.
Go on YouTube Music instead of YouTube itself. On lap 7, we predict. Okay. Sure. Honestly, whatever makes chat happy, you know. We're starting in about 15 seconds here, and then you will finally see some gameplay. The stream has been live for about 25 minutes already, and we've not had any gameplay. So, thanks everyone for sticking around for now, as we transition into the game. Finally, I changed it last stream, you see. It just didn't save. In fact, I loaded the channel back up and it saved. It was really weird. Twitch was having a feature, you see. Now, we've got an 18-minute qualifying session. We've only got 12 drivers today. I think that might have something to do with a certain holiday happening today, potentially.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because the ACC got cancelled earlier as well. So, or postponed, I should say. It wasn't cancelled. Pushed back a week. We're going to see our first driver exit the pit lane. That's going to be Deathlink, as we're going to watch the entire outlap and entire hot lap, and just wait for him to spin into a wall. Going through now. Oh, okay. I've got a feature myself now. The game audio is all buggy again.
Pause and unpause again?
If I pause, it starts desyncing people. I've tested it.
Oh, well, now that's unfortunate. My audio's fine, so...
I think it was just next to the pit lane. It was a bit, not great. I think we're okay. Let's probably open the track map for you all. This is going to be the most scuffed broadcast you've ever seen. But honestly, that's what we're here for. It's a DRC guarantee, which will be on shirts soon. Maybe. No, probably won't.
I do take offense to that. I don't think anything can be more scuffed than my Brazil broadcast from last season.
If it happened on DRC, it's a DRC guarantee, you know? Something will go wrong.
You should start charging money for this. Like
£5 a view.
You
Straight into my pocket.
You want to watch us screw something up? Yeah, that's £5 from you.
So we've got most drivers exiting the pit lane now, going for the first lap. But Deathlink, definitely the first one out there now, is going out of the final corner, past that DRS line, which I feel like is a bit far back. It could be much closer to the corner. But goes across the line now, and he's not got DRS open. He's not on a hot lap.
I think he realized it. I think it was an oopsie because he opened it like right before the corner.
Is he going to do another warm-up lap then? He's going slow. He's
does look like it.
He's not got much pace. No, he is pushing it. Sort of. No, he didn't lift through there.
That's what I call Alfa Romeo strategies.
Yeah, that is definitely a Sauber strategy. Honestly, it's definitely might get demoted to T2 at this rate. So we also see the Psycho is also on a hot lap. Second one out on track.
But he's
of course,
blinking. Is he also doing a second warm-up lap?
It might be a feature. Because that's a purple sector 1, which means it's
no,
faster
his battery's not going down.
Oh. Wow. The game is having some features potentially right now, or potentially it is all going well. Major Castleman might actually be on a hot lap here. The hybrid system isn't blinking and has now set a purple Sector 1. That is 7/10 faster than the previous Sector 1 from the Psycho beforehand. In that Ferrari, making full use of the banking, cutting across. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. It looks like just trying to gain a gap to the car in front for a Red Bull driver. Deflink 1:27.4. That's not a bad time considering we didn't think it was a hot lap to begin with.
I mean, he's already driving faster than I did, so I'm like, okay, great. The ego boost. It's really funny to know that the only car so far that started a flying lap with no issues or really doing everything is the one guy that drives on medium.
This is true. And it is also Ferrari, which is also surprising because Ferrari are known for their great strategies, you see. It's going to be a 1:29.4 for the Psycho, which kind of proves that they weren't on a flying lap. Major Carlson now coming across the line. It's going to be P2, 1:27.7. So I think Deflink was actually on a proper hot lap and the game was having a feature.
That might be true. It's also going to be, now that you mentioned Ferrari, it's probably going to be funny with the temporary rule of having to use all three compounds, with more chances for Ferrari to just be like, okay, now you're going to be last.
Indeed, that is something we haven't yet mentioned on this broadcast, is that there is a free compound rule in for the first 2 races of the season on a trial basis, where in the race, as long as it's dry, I think if it's wet, you don't have to, but if it's dry, you have to use all 3 compounds of the slick tyres, the soft, medium, and the hard. It's meant to encourage some racing. For the Tier 2 race yesterday, it definitely improved it.
Well, yeah, from what I saw, and also I think as, well, kind of drive myself, it's definitely a rule that's gonna maybe, well, it has the potential to make not only the racing a lot better, but also include a lot more strategy into the races, especially with the tracks that are longer and have shorter laps. We have Spa, I think, later in the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with how if the rule sticks for the season, and we have it in Spa with the high safety car chance, I think the tire will play a big role there as well.
Of course, it's a very long lap, and it will only be a 22-lap race when Spa does come around. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, because, of course, you've really got to think about how you're going to space them out. Don't really want to be on the hards for too long, and the softs don't last very long. So try and extend that medium stint as much as you can. Yoinks now across the line, 1:28.0, goes 6th place, currently last. The Psycho did manage to improve to also 1:28.0, up there in 5th.
It's a little fun node, which is gonna be changing when the drivers are going out again. But Defling and Thunder both have the exact same lap times for now.
They absolutely do. I've seemed to notice that's been happening a lot recently throughout the many things that I'm out here commentating. I've seen it more often than I think I did on the last game cycle.
Well, I don't know too much about how the...
Oh, and there's a little bit of traffic going on there. It looks like Edgin and the Psycho and someone else got a little bit caught up there, trying to go 3 wide. It's not the race, guys. You can chill out.
I hope no one was on a fast lap. From how the reaction looked like, I don't think anyone was.
I think Thunderfox was on a fast lap. No, Thunderfox wasn't on a fast... No, the Mercedes might have been. The Psycho? Was the Psycho on a fast lap? No, not even involved.
Second. I don't...
No, Scrub's on an out lap. I'm not actually sure what happened there then. That was very odd. Maybe they all thought they were getting out of each other's way, and then it turned out they all wanted to be out of each other's way. You never know.
Well, it's some action during quali.
Indeed. Igor currently not set a lap time yet as we reach 10.5 minutes left in the session. Entering Sector 3. Hasn't got any purple sectors. We have a Mercedes spun. The Psycho's facing the wrong way and missing a wing. Which is very interesting indeed. Causing a yellow flag there as 2 on a flying lap start to approach it. But Igor coming out of the final corner now on his first non-invalidated flying lap. I'm not sure if he tried to do one before, but that's going to be a 1:27.1. Goes on provisional pole. Just 700ths of a second faster than what Jagu was able to do in second, though.
No, the second Williams is on the start-finish straight. It's a really interesting Williams lineup now with 1-2 from last season. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Whoa, that is a...
I'll stay quiet.
That is a very, very nice lap time. 1:26.64. there for Matthias through the Saudi Arabian circuit. Is half a second up on Igor as the two Williams get in formation to potentially do a slipstream later on. I think they've both set laps now though. So no, sorry, Jaggy's on an out lap. Edgin is coming round now to set his first lap time. Of course, seemed to get caught up in that little incident just about a lap ago. But going through the final corner, two Mercedes ahead causing a yellow flag. It's looking fast, but I'm not sure if it's going to be fast enough. He came out of the corner a little bit behind. Angles the car a bit towards the pit lane, cuts across. It's definitely not what the pace I'd expect to see from Edgin at this point.
It looks like there was definitely a mistake in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Only a 128.5 when I'd expect to be much closer to where Thunder Fox and Matthias is up there in the 126s.
Yeah, a guy who I also see a lot in maybe this season is Stozan. From what I saw in Tier 1 last season, it definitely is also an interesting lineup Red Bull has now with Thunder and Stozan. So maybe it's gonna be that's my wild guess for the season before even the first race started, that Williams, Red Bull, and Ferrari all have a shot up there.
I think at this point in the season, it's too early to tell who's going to truly have the most advantage. But we will see. Scrub is, I think, on a flying lap here. It's definitely going quickly into the DRS zone. Has a Red Bull to navigate. Red Bull stays way out of the way. And a Williams as well. And now going into the final corner. Brakes well, hits the apex. Almost hits the wall. Very, very close to it indeed. Is now going to look to be coming across the line. Doesn't really cut across that pit entrance much you'd normally see. And that's a 3-second improvement. 128.4 goes into 9th position.
Castleman also on his second lap, also slowly improving. I saw half a 10th in Sector 1, 2 tenths in Sector 2. But also, I think the tires already play a strategy in qualifying, because Stozan and Pearline both left the first shot out. And I'm probably now doing 2 in the later parts. So, well, I like the rule. I'll quit talking about it. Otherwise, I could talk an hour about it.
Hey, it's fine. You've got all the opportunity to talk about it during the race, and that's going to be Major Castleman. Half a second improvement, 127.2. Up there in 5th, very, very close to the time that Jaguar was able to set, but not quite enough. Sir Stozan has retired.
He hit the wall in the... I don't know if I saw it on the map right. After the corner with the banking, so start of Sector 2.
That is unfortunate. We'll be starting probably last, assuming Perryland's able to set a lap time here, as Perryland does begin a lap here around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Going around now, it's a very fast section. You don't want to get this wrong. 1 millimeter off and you end up beaching it on that curb. We saw that a couple of times in the race yesterday, which isn't it's definitely not what you want to see. But it's going through now. It looked like a very good section. It's be purple sector 1 for Perryland in the Aston Martin. Now going around the banked left-hander. You got it on the exit. Use as much of that banking as the Aston Martin car allows. You're going through now. You're dropping down a couple of gears, but not losing too much. Lost it a little bit. Went a bit deep, but seems to have recovered it. Don't think we'll have lost too much time off of that slight incident. Enters the first DRS zone on the circuit. Of course, they're all very close to each other. You've basically got half the lap without any DRS, then half a lap with full DRS. Purple Sector 2. This is looking to be a very fast lap time indeed, potentially challenging the likes of Matthias at the top in that Williams car. And now, as we go into the final turn, that DRS still wide open. Hits it. Sounds like hits the apex. Gets close to the wall. I think even maybe tapped it. And it's going to be now going across the line. DRS open once again. So we got 127.5. I think lost some time in the final sector.
I'm also pretty sure the little wiggle didn't do too much great. Oh.
And completely cuts off half the track. So Jagu now is going to be entering the pit lane. And we're going to enter a dead period right before the final runs. So I think we've got a couple of minutes now where not much is going to happen. If you want to talk about the tyre rule a bit more.
I appreciate it. It's only gonna be like 1.5 minutes until the cars go out again. Pearland, the circuit is between the curbs, not outside of it.
This is true, but I don't think Pereland cares too much on the in lap to return to the pit lane. I think that's the least of his worries. I think he's trying to get back as quickly as he can, so that he's got enough time for a final run.
Well, the time's there anyway. Pearland is also, well, at least for me, known to be the master of 0-0 rings. So I'm kind of curious to see how that evolves itself in Tier 1, especially in the race pace. So he might cause a little bit of an upset at the front if he's not hitting the wall, cutting the track.
Yeah, absolutely. We will see. All right. We just wait now. We are probably going to be waiting until about the 2.5 minute mark left in the session before we'll see another car out on track as Pereland makes it round. Will he have enough time to go again? I think he will. Just about. It's going to be close, though. He might have to do like a really quick outlap. It looks like we've got our first activity now. That's going to be... it's going to be Edgen is going to be the first one out on track to start the final runs. Means he's not going to have the greatest track evolution, though.
Yeah, but he is gonna... If it times it itself out right, he might have at least a clean circuit ahead of him, which from his position right now seems to be the most important aspect instead of having the best circuit conditions, maybe.
Yeah, certainly. That is certainly something he was maybe thinking about. But it's currently there for 1:28.5. I wonder if that's just a banker lap and he's intentionally waited till the last lap to set a fast time. And it's going to be something like a 1:25.3 and just like blow everyone else out the water. It could happen.
If Edgen really drives a 1:25.3, I will buy you a scoop of ice cream.
You heard it here first. We're promoting gambling on the DRC channel. Of course, other options of gambling are available. You don't have to use this brand of gambling. So, going through the final section of the outlap now. Still, a lot of cars haven't come out for their final laps yet. This could cause some traffic for Edgen, as he's slowing down. He's trying to let them all exit the pit lane. He wants as much gap as possible. He's aware of the situation. As we've got a Red Bull left in the pit lane, I'm assuming that's Stozan's car that managed to get back there really quickly. Engineers working on it. Yeah, have TMC think about the pit stop strategies. I think TMC's been thinking about the pit stop strategies the entire qualifying session. I can't lie.
I've been thinking about pit stop strategies yesterday while I wasn't even home for the race.
You're thinking about it for next week when the trial's still on, you know?
Yeah, it'd be highly unfortunate if I keep talking about this tire rule and wouldn't be able to actually drive a race it's been in.
It's fine. I'll petition for the trial to be extended to the whole season. Edge is on a very good looking lap there. That was making full use of the curb. Slid a little bit out of turn 11. That probably is. I don't know. There's too many turns on this circuit. There's just too many. It's purple sector 1 though, and going through the bank corner, definitely making use of it, but make sure to not compromise the lap X in the corner. It looks a bit compromised. Maybe didn't turn enough before entering the chicane, but it looks to all be under control. Almost hit the wall there. That's a bit close to maybe he wanted to be. He's got his teammate there to worry about and navigate. Making Major Castleman staying well out of the way though. And now, purple sector 2. This is looking to be a very good lap from Edgen. He's 1 second up so far. It's currently set to be a 1:27.5. He's got traffic. He's got an Aston Martin that almost looked like blocking to me, but maybe got out of the way just in time. Going through DRS zone now. Might have had his lap compromised. He goes through the final corner. Will he be hitting his apex? Looks like he did. Maybe a bit late on the throttle there, but the turn seems to be compromised. Going to cut across that pit entrance as much as the game allows before invalidating lap time. So we have 1:26.5 provisional pole.
And my purse is saved. About the blocking, the Jeddah is really weird with how you want to move out of the way, especially because, well, the line could be everywhere. So
okay, so I've been told you need to make a PowerPoint presentation about the extended tire trial.
Well, I'll talk about Matthias being 3/10 up on his time, if you want to mention that first.
Well, Matthias here on a very, very fast-looking lap. Potentially going to be your provisional pole sitter, and is indeed going to be your provisional pole sitter on 1:26.3. These lap times are coming down very quickly. I think edging, not having the track evolution, has harmed him more than otherwise. Thunderfox has bailed on his lap, which isn't ideal. Best he's going to be able to do is fourth. Jagu going to be the next one to cross. No, won't be the next one to cross the line. Who's next to cross the line? It's going to be Yoink's the next one to cross the line. Improves, but only slightly. It's going to be 10th starting position. Scrub has retired and doesn't think he could do any better. Deathlink now coming across the line. So we had 2/10 improvement. Moves up into 7th position ahead of Major Castleman, who is still out on a lap as we see the final few coming to finish their laps. Perryland now around the final corner. Edging staying as far to the left as possible. The Aston Martin. Make sure he actually went into the pit lane there. As we get 3/10 improvement, moves up to 7th, move Deathlink down. Major Castleman now, the last one on track. 4/10 improvement, moves up into 4th position. And I think that's everyone now. I don't know if the Psycho is not on a lap, is 8 seconds down, sorry. So that's going to be your final starting grid for the Tier 1 race this evening. It's going to be Matthias, Edgin, Jagu, Major Castleman, and Igor, your top 5. Thunderfox, the Psycho, Perran, Deathlink, and Yoinks, your top 10. And then Scrub and Sir Stosan starting on the back row, which is only row 6. We do only have 12 drivers. So a large collision to turn 1 could make this a really boring race.
And well, personally, I hope if there's a large collision, we'll just red flag it and restart it. Like half the grid DNFs.
I don't think some of the drivers have time for that.
They better do.
So Stosan is going for a last to first challenge. Deathlink there. I was expecting more. He promised me more, but only 9th in qualifying. Maybe he was trying to do a last to first, and he just promised me he'd do well, or end up in a wall. So, you know, one of them I get to make fun of him, the other one I don't.
Well, there's still 25 laps to go for him to hit a wall, so
This is true. This is your confirmation of your final starting grid then. Matthias on pole with Edgin alongside in 2nd. Jagu and Major Castleman make row 2. Igor and Thunderfox row 3. The Psycho and Paradigm row 4. Deathlink and Yoiks row 5 and your top 10. And Scrub and Stosan make up row 6. Who's going to DNF first? I'm going to say Deathlink. I've probably got to agree with you. It's going to be Deathlink's going to crash with Thunderfox going into turn 1 somehow.
welcome to DRC, where we smack talk Deathlink for like 90 minutes straight.
He's going to make up 3 positions, outbreak himself into turn 4, and then crash with the Red Bull, because that's where he's ended up. That's what's going to happen.
Oh god.
As you can tell, I wasn't prepared to do this commentary, so I've got to
I mean, to be fair, neither of us was. I just saw the thing happening. I was like, yeah, maybe, just maybe I'll be here as well and be mental support. And now we smack talk Deathlink the whole time.
Now I'm just going to eat a square of chocolate before we start to give me some energy.
How can it be Easter and I'm the only one who doesn't have chocolate? What
This
is
isn't Easter chocolate. This is literally just a bar of Cadbury's caramel. Other chocolate brands are available, I might add.
We're not sponsored by this.
Who we are sponsored by, though, is Aztec Sim Sports and Milestone, ensuring this league is able to run. Forgot to mention them. That was a great opportunity for me to segue that.
That was smooth.
I've noticed we've got no McLaren drivers, or Haas drivers,
Or Alpine drivers.
or Alpine drivers. I know it was. I'm proud of myself for that one. I'm never that smooth with it. It's only Deathlink who's able to do it that smooth. Just got to wait now for everyone to sort their setups and strategies out, because of course they've got to add an extra pit stop in. The game wants them to do a 2-stop strategy, which is technically the correct strategy to do. But they've got to use all 3 compounds, so they've got to work that out. I reckon we're going to see most of the grid start on the softs. We're going to get a formation lap here, as people don't really get away. What is Deathlink doing?
Well, you said he's gonna gain 6 positions.
He's...
So technically, this is your fault.
This isn't what I meant, definitely. He's going to get himself disqualified. What is this? Where's he going?
Is he in an AI? No, he's not. He's...
Do you think he's racing? He's doing what Pockets did yesterday. Just speeding off, except Pockets was actually on pole, so had the right to do it. Someone tell Deathlink he's not racing yet.
I think you realize the formation lap. He's not moving out of 3rd gear anymore. He's pulled out.
Oh my god, he's going to break the car before the race has even started.
He's having a good day on those hard tires.
He's going to end up in a wall. I can already see it. Like, how have you not been disqualified from the formation lap yet?
He's showing off for the fans, probably. Wait, let me look at the stream. All 15 of them.
All 15 fans are all here for Deathlink and Deathlink exclusively. So that's the strategy you'd expect to see. But as I just have a quick look at the tyres that we do have, it's going to be softs for Matthijs, Ejin, Igor, Thunderfox and Periland. And the rest start on the hards, interestingly enough, which means we're going to see a middle stint of mediums for all the drivers here. Most likely, of course. There are other strategies available, might I add.
Well, from my perspective, and also with some drivers I talked to before the Tier 2 race, it's you want to get rid of the hard as soon as possible to use the tires the game wants you to use in the race, which are mediums and softs. So
yeah, I did notice that, but obviously, if you're at the front of the grids, getting the grip off the line might be more important than pace later on. I think it's really going to depend when the first safety car gets called out here. If a safety car gets called out, of course. I'm just foreshadowing. What is Deathlink doing?
I think also you're too used to Tier 2 already mentioning safety cars.
Yeah, I mean, it is Jeddah. You never know. Thunderfox gets disqualified, right, but Deathlink hasn't. What?
This is, you guys sound like a married couple.
We've been commentating for so long, it basically feels like that. Don't tell him I said that, though. And they're away. The 5 red lights are gone, and Ejin gets a great start. Matthijs just found no grip on the start, and Ejin into turn 1, but around the outside, and on the switchback goes Matthijs. Matthijs into P1. It's a great start, a great recovery from the Williams, but a great start from Ejin. And as they go into turn 3 now, it looks like the Williams is going to make a small advantage. 4/10 gap already. Periland's ahead of the Psycho. The Psycho, I think, has had an incident, or has got damage or something, is dropping positions. Definitely up into P10 as well as Yoinks into P9. And it's all, they get away relatively smooth there.
Psycho's car still seems fine. It looks like he just got overtaken, got completely offline. So everyone just decided to go through and probably use the tire advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as things currently stand, Matthijs, Ejin and Jagu are your top 3. They've all gotten away very well. Jagu already outside that second mark. Ejin and Matthijs are really going to have a battle on their hands here for this race. This could be a race-long battle, and I'm already going to predict that on lap 1. Igor and Major Castleman battling for 4th position, as well as fighting Jagu in front. Looks like Periland has lost 2 positions in just 1 turn. Very unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. Currently, the soft runner running the furthest back. I completely forgot which words I was going to use there. You could tell I've done too much commentary this week, and it's all a bit of a mess. Matthijs, fastest driver on track as well.
Can you ever do too much commentary?
Yes.
Yes.
I did 3 hours straight of commentary in a row the other day, on Friday.
Oh god.
It was, my voice wasn't good afterwards. I don't think it's recovered still. Like, I can already feel my voice is going, and we've only just started the race. Periland's just made a move on Yoinks back into P8. Now has Deathlink in front. Is going to be trying to chase on the grip advantage those softs give. Igor chasing Major Castleman as well, and Yoinks is ahead. Periland spun. He must have done. He definitely went too wide. He's out at the back. Those soft tyres aren't doing him any favours so far.
It's like because there are always two people falling back, like there's always the little bit of collision, the little bit of, I'd say, early season motivation of just making those early moves.
And round the outside is going to be Deathlink. The DRS is not yet enabled, but that is a move made on Thunder Fox. As hard tyres seem to already be working for the Sauber driver. But maybe not. Went a little bit too deep maybe. Thunder Fox still really catching and gaining. But the lead of the race is changing as Edging goes round the outside of the straight and into the lead through turn 1. Of course, there's still no DRS, so Matthijs isn't really going to have the opportunity to catch yet. He's going to have a storming lap if he wants a chance to get that place back. Igor looking in the slipstream of Major Castleman to make the move. Edging the fastest out on track. But Igor is the one closest in a battle, and the three of them, including Jagu, go through turn 1, through turn 2, and no moves are made. Periland is starting to recover, back up into P11, Sostan into P9.
Pearland now managed to get damage with, I don't know if he got it touching scrub or the wall, but that doesn't really matter in the end. With the Aston not really doing himself or being the only car from the team who drives today the team any favors.
Indeed, and it's looking a lot like Igor has lost a little bit of time through the last couple of laps. Of course, DRS should now be enabled, and as they're within a second, should be making use of it as we come up to the DRS zone now. The rear wing opens on the Ferrari and also on the AlphaTauri. It looks like the AlphaTauri of Igor has more straight line speed, is gaining, but doesn't get close enough going into the corner, but breaks a little bit later. Has definitely gained more as we go into the next DRS zone on the run into the final turn.
Oh,
it could be working, but the Ferrari of Major Castleman gets ahead of Jagu. Jagu's a sitting duck with no DRS on the straight.
I don't actually know how much DRS this track have, but I feel like they're just driving 2 kilometers with the wing open at this point.
It's got 3 DRS zones. It's pretty much half the circuit, so yeah. Oh, and Jagu back on Major Castleman has the inside line around the outside. Goes to Ferrari, switchbacks to the inside. They're going to be side by side, go through the next section of track, which isn't a section of the track you want to be side by side. One of them's going to want to make this move stick soon. Periland picks up a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. First one to pit along with Stosan. And it's going to be Jagu up into third, and Matthijs back in the lead. Edging went really deep into the corner and hits the wall. Does Matthijs? He might have picked up some damage from that. I don't think so. I didn't see any carbon fibre fly off the car, but the Williams takes the lead of the race.
And Stozan did exactly, well, he's probably the only one who's actually did what I'm saying, with getting rid of the hards almost instantly, just going on the softs now and driving a normal race strategy. Periland went onto the mediums.
So Periland's going for the soft, medium, hard strategy. Sostan's going for the hard, soft, medium strategy. I don't know if medium's a tire I really want to end the race on, to be honest. I'd much rather be in a position to end it on the softs, but of course if you started on them, you're not... Oh, I know. No, I don't know why I didn't just go onto the mediums and end the race on the softs. I think that would have been a better strategy, but around the outside goes Igor. It's going to work on Jagu. Going around the final turn now. This is where everything is made, and a little bit of a slip from the AlphaTauri is going to give Major Castleman behind the run, but actually stays back, waits for them to make a mistake. And the two of them now, Jagu and Igor, going to turn 1. Igor is going to have the advantage, but has the outside line, and Jagu concedes the position. Isn't worth fighting it at this stage in the race. That's going to be Igor into the podium paying positions.
Well, the back after Deathling ripped itself apart a little bit, but of course early battles, Psycho especially as well, I think paid a lot of part into it.
Indeed. So, appears to be a potentially bit of desync on Igor's car. Looked to be like not natural looking movement for a decent amount of that. Jagu might just have to be careful here making an overtake. Stays close to the rear end of the AlphaTauri, but isn't quite able to make a move. That DRS now open may give an advantage. It's not quite there, and as they go through a chicane, loses a little bit of time, but there is a DRS zone upcoming, so this could be the time to strike. DRS open. Does Igor have any battery, any chance? The soft tyres not going to help here. Going into the chicane, the Williams has the full corner, and that's a penalty,
Scrub.
and a Scrub's retired.
It's a virtual safety car. Oh, that's something I haven't seen that much.
Virtual safety car does get called out. We're going to see if we can see this incident. He's on the outside wall of the track. Looks like he just potentially lost it, hit the wall, lost a wheel, and that is going to be the end of Scrub's race and I was about to say Mercedes race, but they're one of the teams that did actually turn up with two
and
drivers.
now it's gonna cause pit stop carnage.
It is. The soft runners want to get off the tyres. The hard runners want to get off their tyres. It's going to cause a little bit of chaos here through the pit lane. We'll see who's double stacking. I think Ferrari have successfully pulled off a double stack here. Just about far enough away for that to work.
Oh, and now Stozan has a good car.
Stozan
because he has full racing speed and he already did the first stop.
Yeah, that is true. Might get a jump on a few drivers here. We will see. Definitely makes a jump on a few of them. Two have exited the pit lane before him. He's got a Ferrari to contend with on the exit. And no, around the outside, gets pushed wide. Almost into the wall. Just a Ferrari of Major Castleman. But Stozan makes it up into 5th place. 2 behind. We are, of course, green after that virtual safety car. Looks like Deathlink has a slight advantage than everyone else. There's a Thunderfox and Major Castleman behind are battling for 7th position after exiting the pit lane. And pretty much everyone's changed their tyres here onto another compound. And Deathlink picks up a 3-second penalty for track limits.
I don't really know what the Ferrari was doing there. I mean, I get the sticking, trying to stick to the position, but the driver leaving the pits, of course, gets the flag. Well, technically gets a blue flag of you have to let the guy through because he's on the main line. But that's probably gonna be one for the stewards to look at.
I mean, it looked like once he realised the Ferrari exit to the pit lane was there, gave enough room. I think that was just an unfortunate timing on the pit lane exit and an unfortunately designed pit lane exit more than anything else.
I was about to say Saudi doesn't have a really nice designed pit exit. Where
I'm going to put that down to track design more than anything else. Stozan makes it up into 4th past Jagu. The soft tyre's working for him right now. But as they go onto the straight now, DRS is active. So we will see it's going to be Jagu with the DRS. We're on lap 7 of 25 here. This is the lap that we predicted Deathlink would crash. So don't actually like crash intentionally or anything. But, you know, if you're going to make a move, now would be the lap to do it.
I mean, from also what I think we both can see is while the pit exit might not be the best design, the track definitely gives a good amount of racing in the first 7 laps so far.
For a street circuit, it does give good racing. It's very fast, very intensive on the tyres, which is maybe why this free strategy will give better racing, because they're always going to have fresher tyres on them. But Deathlink looking to make a move. He's gained some time. He's down the inside. He's going to exit on the inside of the corner, but concedes. Doesn't go for it. Doesn't want to risk damage to the car. Don't want to give anyone the satisfaction of predicting Deathlink's crash lap. Edgin, of course, still chasing for the lead. He doesn't appear to have the same speed that Matthijs does through the final sector of the circuit.
It really depends. I think this is where it comes down to setups a lot, because you normally don't use the hards in Saudi. And depending on how you set up your tires, you might get trouble getting them into temperature. And some guys just do it better and sacrifice a bit of the speed on the softs, and some people just try to be more universal, English hard, universal with how they set up their tires.
Indeed, it's going to be too wide going to turn 1. Deathlink and Stozan, and going through turn 1, it's going to be Deathlink making a move up into 5th position ahead of the Red Bull, and now we'll be chasing Igor for 4th position, and then maybe even Jagu looking at a podium here. But there is a currently 7-second gap between the leading 2 and the rest of the pack. The 2 at the front, they're sort of just chilling, having their own race, their own battle. And I think this is already going to show what this year's championship might be about.
It might be, but there's a lot of track characteristics play, I think, into the parts, because there's also tracks where, well, people like Pearland play a lot of part in that. Oh.
Indeed, and Deathlink's really gone off the track there. That's going to be at least a warning. and already has a penalty, so that's not something you want to be picking up at all. Igor is gaining and really gaining on the Williams with Jagu in front. That DRS really seemed to help the AlphaTauri driver. And going for the podium position here. He's got the outside line. Jagu's got no pace at all in the DRS of the AlphaTauri. So we ran the outside for Igor, and Igor's going to make the move. And as we go into the final turn here, Jagu's got nothing in the tank. Definitely looks to be going for a move. Decides to get dive bombing. Too risky for the car. And they go side by side, exiting the corner. Who's going to have the DRS here? It's going to be Deathlink. It's going to be Jagu. Jagu's a little bit held up by the AlphaTauri, but now Deathlink's held up by the AlphaTauri. They're going to be 3 wide into turn 1, potentially. They do indeed pretty much go 3 wide into turn 1. It's all a bit of a mess, but they keep it clean. And Deathlink loses the rear end, saves the car, but loses some time.
This looked like Igor gave Deathlink a little bit of a high five and helped him stay actually in a straight line. This is not a part to be side by side. Please don't. Thank you.
The sheer terror in your voice. Is that what's happening? And now it goes off. Is he off? He's out. He's out. And we do have a full safety car here. Oh, whose fault was that?
Well, from my perspective, it looked like Igor's car slid itself a bit into, like, to the left, and then I don't actually know if Deathling hit him.
It looked like Igor took a slightly different line, broke a little bit into the corner where Deathlink was only planning to lift, and it caught him off guard a little bit, potentially. I'm really not sure what happened there. So that is currently going to be Scrub and Igor have retired from this race. That was an interesting incident between Igor and Deathlink, which I'm assuming is going to get referred to the stewards after the race for some clarification on what happened.
And Matthias is going to go get his 3rd tire.
He is indeed. This is interesting because I saw from the race yesterday, 15 laps is an incredibly long time for that medium to do. They were out of pace by the end of the race, and anyone who decides to do something fresher is definitely going to have an advantage.
It'll probably come down to the fact that there's going to be a late safety car again, though I think the safety cars are timed, I think, just a lap after yesterday.
So far, that does appear to be the case, yes. No, we only had 1 safety car yesterday, so we've had a virtual safety car already and a safety car, so yeah, this safety car is just 1 lap after yesterday's safety car, I think.
Okay, so Jagu and Yoings are both on softs. That's gonna be not the nicest idea. I'll after I started driving in DRC, I stopped saying things are impossible because somehow someone always pulls it off, but I'll say it's highly unlikely to manage it.
It's going to be a bit difficult because that does mean at least 1 more pit stop for those 2 drivers. Most of the grid is currently on mediums, bar Periland and Edgin, who are on the hards, and of course Jagu and Yoinks, who are on the softs. Edgin's hards are 4 laps old, and Deathlink and Major Castleman's mediums are both 4 laps old as well, after pitting during the virtual safety car a few laps ago.
I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why Ferrari didn't split. Castleman's last tire is soft, so he can't pit. But Edgin would have the medium.
Again, I think Edgin maybe saw the race yesterday, and I just think it's too long to go on the medium, especially if we don't get another safety car. It's a very long time to push them on the circuit.
Yeah, though I do think if Edgin covered Matthias, they'd be gone by like 20 seconds at some point. They just pull each other away. Well, it'll probably depend how fast Matthias can go by Castleman and Deathlink.
Well, we will see. We'll see if the Ferrari and Saubers hold him up at all. Of course, they want to hold him up. They want the track position. They want this podium as much as anyone else does. As we just wait for the safety car to end. It should end at the end of this lap. I think Periland's close enough that it'll catch up the rest of the pack. But yeah, it's been an interesting race so far. Anyone now who finishes will score points. Because we've only got 12 drivers and 2 of them are out. So,
Man.
honestly, I need to steal that book off Deathlink.
You mean the fact book?
The 300 Grand Prix fact book that is absolutely awful. I need to steal it off him.
You know, if we ever end up commentating a second time, I have a book with like all the race facts from the year 2008. I'm very happy to pull that out.
2008, that is a long time ago now.
I'm very happy to talk about all of those Adrian Sutil DNFs.
Okay, so next time we've got TMC on the broadcast, we're getting the 2008 fact book out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Funny enough, talking about Adrian Sutil, I think his 2008 season is the highest DNF rated driver ever had in an F1 season. There might be Andrea Cesares to prove me wrong, but he's even older, so I don't know. I wasn't born there yet.
So, we've got just a couple of laps left to go in this Grand Prix. No, not a couple of laps left. A couple of laps onto the safety car. I've still got half a race left to go.
Yeah, I was about
I'm
to say,
getting a bit ahead of
like
myself there.
halfway.
It depends. If the safety car crashes everyone, then the race might be over. I'm not actually sure what happens if everyone does retire. I don't think this ever happened before.
I think Deathlink is trying to do what he did on the formation lab. That doesn't look too... It's already trying to go through on Edgin.
He's just trying to make a move. He wants first, but, you know. Edging now, waiting for the opportunity to go as we wait for this restart to happen. Definitely seen enough safety car restarts from the spectator point of view. That, you know, when Edging cuts a crawl, that was, I know it's under virtual safety car, but that, oh my god!
I mean, technically, he is allowed to do it. You're not allowed to be next to the guy ahead. I'm very happy that Deathlink didn't get damaged.
That is, definitely not what I expected. Matthijs has already cleared Major Castleman into 3rd position. And now has Deathlink in front. Deathlink's going to have to go on defense. He's going to lose time to Edgin. But Jagu in the other Williams is trying to make a move on Major Castleman in the 2nd Ferrari. Going for it now. He's very close. Of course, you won't make a move through here. It's way too dangerous. Deathlink's off.
Yeah, Deathlink skated the curb.
Deathlink beached himself on the curb momentarily and now sits at the back after being 2nd, put into a wall by Edgin, not taking any damage. That is a disastrous restart for the Sauber driver. But Jagu now fighting Major Castleman for the final podium position in this Grand Prix. Of course, still half a race left to go, so it's way too early to tell who's actually going to get a podium and who's not.
I mean, that's definitely this restart is definitely something for the season highlights already. Just getting whacked into the wall.
Absolutely, that is not the restart you want as a driver. Jagu now still looking to get a move. He's probably getting frustrated looking at the rear wing of that Ferrari. Of course, no DRS yet for the next 2 laps. As we wait for it to be re-enabled. The soft tyres working wonders for that Williams. As round the outside he goes.
The speed of the Williams as well. It looks like he just doesn't need a rear wing. He's just driving by anyway.
Very true. I mean, no rear wing at all would mean no DRS needed. You know, there'd be nothing. But then he wouldn't get around the corners very well. So
gonna make Schumacher even more than Mick Schumacher.
Yoinks now in P8, challenging for P7. Of course, everyone is currently scoring points. Deathlink's in the pit lane. Did he actually get damage? He must have done.
I'll look if he changes his wing. It doesn't look like it. I don't know how long he was in the pits.
It looked like it was longer than 3 seconds, so potentially.
He's on softs now. Was he on? Yeah. Okay.
What was he doing on softs? That's not going to get you to the end.
Yeah, but it's his 3rd tire, so...
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. He's going to have to pit again, though. So, very interesting strategy coming out of the Sauber garage. This is a strategy I expect from Ferrari, not Sauber. But here we go. It's Thunderfox trying to look down the inside. No, not Thunderfox. Stosan. Yes, I got the Red Bulls the wrong way around. I'm totally, like, with it today.
We're gonna have to make a test if you're allowed to drive away from the circuit unless you're here by bike.
Matthijs is up in second as well, ahead of Jagu, and ahead of course, Deathlink, who had an incident earlier. And Matthijs is going into the lead. Edging can't counter it, but he can. They're side by side, going into turn 1. Matthijs, though, just breaks a little bit later and has the advantage. DRS is now enabled this lap. Deathlink's race isn't exactly going to plan.
Definitely not, but points are points in the end.
That is true. Even if you're 30 seconds behind, a point is still a point.
Also, you mentioning you wouldn't expect something from Sauber, but from Ferrari, you gotta remember they do have the same team principle. Do
they? I actually didn't know that that was going on.
Yes, they do.
Well, that makes sense then. Absolutely screw over the second team, you know.
I mean, that's what Red Bull been doing since 2006.
Indeed. Stosan looking to pressure Major Castleman. This is a battle that's been happening for a while now, a few laps, ever since this restart. And it's just looking like the Red Bull's not able to make any progress. It's just stuck behind.
I do think Stozan had played it very smoothly with the strategy because he had huge profit under the VSC. And now under the safety car, he just got in sync with the rest of the field again. And he went up from, I think, 9th up to 5th.
Absolutely. That is definitely an edge in pits. Edgin now enters the pit lane. He wants those hards gone. And what's he got left to put on? It's got to be mediums, right?
Yes. I think he was the same as Matthijs with strategy, so I think it's medium. Yeah, it is.
Well, Edgin now going to box onto the medium tyres, and he's got a lot of ground to make up because some of these drivers can make it to the end, some of them won't make it to the end. Only time will tell. I don't actually know where everyone is with their strategies right now.
I do think the medium drivers won't really have an issue going through. I also might offer or put up the small thought of now the Williams are just going to pull each other and make Jaguar use as minimum of tire as possible because they do have 3 seconds up to Stozan.
Yeah, absolutely. And
there goes Castleman through.
Oh, it is a crash! Periland's crashed! I caught that on camera and everything. Periland just crashed, and that's no wing for the Aston Martin. And that's going to have to be a long pit stop to get that replaced. Thunderfox is within a tenth now. Not quite within a tenth. Now within 3 tenths of Yoinks. Going to be looking to make a move now, going into the final corner. It's definitely a place you can make a move, but maybe don't want to. You maybe want to keep the DRS going down the main straight. There's a bit of a slide from Yoinks, compromising his exit before DRS is even active. Thunderfox is right on the rear end of this AlphaTauri, and now going past into turn 1 makes it look very easy. Absolutely no competition there. And into turn 1, the Red Bull up into 6th place.
And someone who just casually snuck himself up with Stozan. Psycho is in 4th now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think had a similar pit situation as Stozan earlier in the race as well. So was able to make up a few places, just taking full advantage of everyone else's mistakes, which is probably the best thing to do in a situation. And Deathlink now not in last after Periland's unfortunate incident. I'm honestly surprised that didn't retire Periland's car. That was a very, very heavy impact.
Yeah, but I think Aston sees as well, just finish and you get points. Because if they DNF now, they're not going to get points. They didn't reach the margin yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just go at least to the margin, get those points, and then who knows? Maybe he's gonna get all cuddly with Deathlink as well, and they're gonna have a I'll just stop mentioning names. Okay, so with the Sauber driver, and they battle it out for 9th if he doesn't end up with 20 seconds of penalties.
Well, it's always possible, you know. I've seen high penalty counts here at DRC before. Thunderfox and Major Castleman are closest battle on track now. Of course, I believe Thunderfox was driving Tier 2 last season, has been promoted. The other Ferrari, Major Castleman, does now enter the pit lane. Thunderfox gets into 5th position. Not really having to worry about competing too much about that.
I do think the Ferraris really played each other because they are not really gonna get up there again unless people really have to pit. Edgin might be a second or two faster, but he still has to overtake as well.
This is true, but how much competition will drivers give Edgin, of course, knowing he's a very fast driver, and that would be maybe risking your race too much, considering you score points anyway. Might not be worth it for the first race to risk it all so much.
Well, that's fair. Also, just because it calmed down a little bit, and you said earlier, people told me to make a PowerPoint presentation about the tire rule.
Absolutely.
First slide, watch Tier 2, and the second slide, watch the Tier 1 race, and you'll see this rule is great.
That's argument enough. We just need one slide. No, sorry, we've got two slides. One slide just says, why do we keep the rule? Second slide, watch these races. Boom.
Exactly.
It would all work out perfectly. The two Williams are getting rather close to each other. They were sitting about 6-7 tenths behind previously, and now they've closed it up a little bit. Do you reckon they've been told they're allowed to fight, or are we going to be told to hold position?
I've been watching them for like 2 laps now. I don't think they want to fight. I think they just wanna stick together and use as less tire as possible, and just wanna get this 1-2 over with. Meanwhile, Edgin overtakes Yoinks. Oh, because Yoinks actually does pit a third time.
Yoinks is now pitting. I think went onto the softs a little bit ago. So, oh, and that's a bit of a snap from Jagu. Not exactly ideal.
Yoinks goes onto the mediums now.
Interested, not another set of softs, because they could definitely get to the end now if you put on a fresh set of softs. And let's go
I was
save
about
run
to
out.
say, I don't think they have any anymore.
Yeah, that would make sense. I think if you... Can we see tyres? I don't know why I'm always demanded tyres, but we'll have another look at tyres. There's a lot of wear across the grid right now. We've got Matthijs, Stozan, Psycho, Firefox on 8-lap-old mediums. Edgin on 3-lap-old mediums. Jagu on 8-lap-old softs. Major Castleman 1-lap-old softs. Yoinks fresh mediums. Deathlink on 5-lap-old softs will have to pit again. And Periland on 2-lap-old mediums.
It stretched itself a little bit, but I think that's to be expected after a while. If there's no too much, as soon as you fall out of the train, it really is over in case of wheel-to-wheel battles. And the Williams refuse to give us any, so boo.
The Psycho has entered the pit lane. That's a set of soft tyres that Mercedes garage has brought out. It's going to end on that compound, I assume. Edgin currently the fastest man out on track, up in 5th place.
I'm surprised so many people are gonna pit again, but I think Psycho is just gonna lose out to Castleman now and is still in a very comfortable 7th place.
Absolutely, Castleman goes through, and that's going to be a sitting a little bit of room either side there in 7th, at least for now. See what happens ahead. Of course, 10-second gap ahead. No, 2-second gap, and then 10-second gap between Major Castleman and Edgin. Still 7-second gap to Thunderfox. I've been told to tell you that you need to go to the Williams garage and tell them they need to fight.
I apologize, but I do want to keep my seat.
So
I also can't. They locked me out after last time.
Oh, it's unfortunate. It's okay. The comms box will always be unlocked, apart from to Deathlink during Tier 1.
I was about to say.
Tyres, please again. I just gave you tyres. Nothing's changed, has it?
No.
Oh, sorry. The Psycho's gone on to some fresh softs. That's all that's changed.
What I'm curious about now, actually, is that with so many people actually opting to do the 3-stop, what is Jagu actually gonna do? Is he actually gonna do the 3rd stop?
I mean, he could potentially. But
Also,
sorry, no, carry on.
Really fun thing I just noticed is the three teams with two drivers are sorted in an order, and then below that, the one driver teams are also getting. It's really sorted the field.
It has indeed. Did we forget to put equal performance on?
Well, Williams is in what?
Hey, it's fine.
The only thing I see as realistic is a Sauber in 9th and a Merc in 7th.
Yeah, that is it's unfortunately true. So hopefully, of course, this is the last season we're going to get on this game cycle. I believe season 11 will be on F1 24 when that releases at the end of May.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna ride out the season. It's gonna be hopefully a good season, clean racing. Yeah, it's features. Yeah, who's talking about bugs? I haven't heard. There's no bugs in the game. There's only features.
I mean, considering how many people are talking about bugs in F1 2023, I wonder if those people actually played F1 2015.
I actually never did. I think I skipped that one. Probably for the best.
I'm glad you said skipped and not I didn't play F1 there yet, because I always feel very old when people say that.
No, my first F1 game was F1 2013. You have me, I'm Mackie, I'm joined by TMC today. This is a bit not what your commentary box is meant to look like. I kind of got called in last minute, so it's I chose to call myself in last minute because no one else is available. But yeah, you see me more on tier 2 and other leagues that I won't mention because I doubt I'm allowed to.
You've been here yesterday, it's totally fine.
That is true. That is true.
2015 had extra features. Yeah, that extra feature was a completely not working 2014 season. And the career mode, but we don't talk about the career mode, mostly because it didn't exist.
Indeed. Edgin now has caught up to Thunderfox. It's looking like no competition, straight past.
Don't do
DRS.
it, Edgin. It was just so sorted here. So...
he's just going to slide straight past that Red Bull. And with only 4 laps left in this Grand Prix, is there enough time for him to catch up to Stosan up in 3rd?
He's blinking, so probably not.
Continuing now throughout this race. We are on lap 22 of 25. Gives us 4 laps left in this Grand Prix. Matthias and Jagu up there in 1 and 2 in the Williams. Has Jagu just had... What's happened to Jagu? Is his tyres
Probably split through the chicane, yeah.
I think his tyres are completely gone. He's got no pace.
I mean, it's been 12 laps.
It has. He's going to struggle to get to the end of this race. This could be a... I was saying how Edgin might not reach the podium, but it could happen now. Stosan up there in 2nd, keeping a half-second gap to Jagu behind. Jagu's now gaining again. I think that might have just been through some DRS advantage, though. Yeah, through the corners, he's losing a lot of time.
Yeah, Jagu does seem to really have a straight setup, so he is going to keep pulling himself with the DRS. I'm highly doubting
he actually lifted off by the end of that straight. Yeah. He wants DRS going through the main straight, I think.
We're playing these games again. Lewis Hamilton will remember that.
Indeed, and that's going to be passed again for Jagu. Back up into 2nd, making it Williams. 1 and 2 again. But of course, through the tight section here, I think Stosan is going to have the advantage.
What I think will be very interesting is when those two actually start fighting and really scramble with each other. Edgin might be there sooner than, or rather, he might actually catch up. Which I mean,
he's gained 8 tenths in the last couple of sectors, so it's totally possible that he catches up. But there's only 3 laps left.
He gained over half a second through the S section, so...
Indeed, and Stosan seems to be getting held up a bit by Jaguar. It looks like the Red Bull is the faster car, but these straights are just causing a few problems because of the setup that Jaguar does have. The Red Bull will probably be looking to make a move going to the next DRS section, or maybe he'll wait till the end of the lap, go through the twisty section, and then be a second ahead. Who knows? We will see. But there's pretty much no tyres, no tyres left on Jagu's car, so this could be an interesting end to these two drivers' races.
I do highly think if it comes down to edging closing up, then there's the high chance of Jagu turning into a Danish driver with the number 20 on the car. Of he who shall not be named in Saudi Arabia any longer.
Well, it's looking like the Red Bull's just not gaining on the straights, even with that DRS. And he's gained 2 tenths, but that's just not enough. He might actually struggle to get the lead here. Jagu might have timed this perfectly. 2 laps remaining. Edging now, I think it's a real worry for these two.
I think Stozan has the setup advantage, right, where he isn't able to utilize it because there's no DRS zone in sight. Because I think they removed one DRS zone, because I think either here or the straight after was one when the track was first introduced.
Wait, this track used to have 4? Are you sure?
No, they moved 1.
Oh yeah, because it used to be right before the bank corner, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then it got moved to after the bank corner and before the yeah. Well, completely forgot they changed that.
Oh, there's lightning outside my house. Hello, Lightning McQueen.
Oh dear. Adrian's right on the back of them now. This is about to get very interesting as we're on the penultimate lap of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's currently looking very close. Stosan is really trying to get past. It's not happening. Williams cuts him off. Edging now right behind. And going out of the final corner onto the main straight now. That DRS is going to be open for all but Jagu. The Red Bull driver getting past very easily, making it look easy. Will Edgin get past? We're on the final lap of this Grand Prix. Edgin looks for the move. It's not quite happened. He's trying to go around the outside. Jagu's, all he's got to do is push him off. Edgin loses back rear end of the car just a little bit. He's going to lose a little bit of time, but it's not going to be enough. Stosan driving off into the distance. He's not got enough time to catch Matthijs for the lead of this race, who's been dominating ever since the previous safety car.
Edgin beached it.
Edgin beached it. He's lost a lot of time. Is Edgin's chance at the podium ruined? He's gained a lot of time by driving off the track.
Oh
there.
no, that's just
wow.
dirty.
That's one for the stewards after the race. I wouldn't be surprised if Jagu brings that up with them as he goes down the inside, and Jagu loses the rear end to go around the bank corner, and Edgin moves up into 3rd position. He's holding 3rd now, but does Jagu have enough straight line speed to end out this lap? Only time will tell as we reach the closing stages of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Matthijs leads the race, followed by Stosan, Edgin, Jagu, and Thunderfox is 5th, but 8 seconds behind. Jagu is gaining on the straight. He managed to get 2 tenths just off the straight line, but does he have enough grip through one of those final sets of corners? Going on to the final straight now. Edgin cuts to the inside line. He's trying to cover off as much as he can. Jagu is really, really trying here. He's going to have the outside line into the final corner.
The thing is, Edgin doesn't have battery.
Edgin with no battery. Jagu here. He doesn't quite get the best line. He's really going to have to go for it. He's got the DRS and the battery. We will see. Matthijs wins the Grand Prix, but Stosan is there, and it's going to be Jagu gets 3rd place ahead of Edgin by only 0.04 of a second.
In the end, karma does exist. Kasaba is also still in the race. He finished 6th.
What a close end to the race. That was incredible. Of course, other finishers are Thunderfox in 5th, Major Castleman finished 6th, the Psycho 7th, Yoinks will finish 8th, and Perryland is coming across the line now for 9th. I don't even know where Deathlink is.
I was about to say, when I said Perryland might end up finishing fighting with Deathlink for 9th, I didn't think he could get like 40 seconds. How many pit stops does Deathlink have?
Is trolling
4.
here. He's going to end up in a wall. He's not actually going to finish this race.
He has a 4th pit stop, so there he probably crashed it again.
Deathlink's going to finish. Oh my god! No, don't put it in a wall, please. You get a point. Just finish. You get a point. He's trolling. This could be the longest lap of the circuit I've ever seen. He's trolling. He's gonna finish in the pit lane or something, isn't he? No, he's actually gonna cross the line. He's making he's.
I
He's gonna get disqualified.
I do also like
He's gonna get
how
disqualified.
No, he's just giving screen time. He was so fast on the formation lap, he just wants to take it slow.
Oh, we tested where it actually finishes. There you go. Finishes.
Thank you for that social experiment.
Finishes 10th. Oh my god. That was a great end to the race, and that's going to be won by Matthijs. Jagu's going to finish second, I think. I can't even remember anymore. Yeah, Jagu finished second, and Stosan gets third. No, Stosan second. I'm so confused. Who won? Matthijs, right? Hold on, we're going to get a final finishing order in a minute. Right. Look, the end caught me off guard, okay, Pockets? It just...
We just completely ignored the winner of the race.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Honestly, the battle at the end there, all I know is that, like, yeah, Matthijs, Stosan, Jagu. Right, okay, good. We got there in the end.
There you go. You can see it now.
Confirmation of final finishing order. Matthijs does win the race, followed by Stosan 3 seconds behind. Jagu then comes third, narrowly beating Edgin in fourth, who pulled off some dirty tactics throughout that final lap, it looked like, from my perspective. Thunderfox finishes fifth, Major Castleman sixth, the Psycho seventh, Yoinks eighth, Periland ninth, and Deathlink, the final finisher, in 10th. Then Igor and Scrub both retire from the Grand Prix. And we're just going to go on to our interview scene now. And
I think Stoza nearly pulled off the
we'll do
last
some
first.
really quick interviews, because I think I have somewhere to be. I might not. I could just be making it up. Just to get these interviews out of the way quickly, because, you know, I'm the most responsible commentator on the planet.
Oh god, this is gonna be even more awkward than Brazil, where where Jagu and Mike were there. Now I feel like all of T1 is gonna be here.
Now we'll see who joins. If anyone joins, of course, we might not even get an interview period here.
Someone really just doesn't want to do interviews.
Hey, look, I'm not good at doing interviews. I usually just get Deathlink to do them. But can I get one? No.
Quick, lock the door.
Right. Yeah, lock the door. But make sure you lock it behind you as you come in. Right, we're going to get Jagu in here first, who finished third place for the Williams. Intense battle at the end there with Edgin. How was that from your perspective?
Very fun, very sweaty, and a little bit confusing because it didn't take the optimal line, which I expected. So.
Indeed, I mean, it looked like through the tight section, Edgin was playing some track limit games. Really, maybe picking up some warnings he didn't pick up earlier in the race. But how did you find the free tires rule? Do you think it should be implemented further, or do you think we need another race to decide that?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's really interesting with the strategies. There's actual strategy going on now.
I'm gonna quote that on my PowerPoint.
Yeah, quote from Jagu.
Yes.
And how were the tires at the end of that race? They looked a little bit slippery, to say the least.
Yeah, I was understeering, and then I was oversteering in sector 1, and I almost lost it into the wall, and Edgin passed me on the last lap. So it wasn't very optimal for me, but I survived.
Fair enough. And the next race, I believe, if I remember correctly, is China.
Yes.
How do you feel about the circuit, your chances in the race?
I haven't done China in 3 years, so we'll see.
Oh well, that's ideal. Make sure you get some practice in this week, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on your podium and beating Edgin on the line. That was great to watch.
Thank you.
All right. We will get Stozan in now, who finished second place driving for Red Bull.
Oh.
It looked very close in the closing stages. Apart from, I think, 3 laps to the end, you just about finally managed to get past Jagu and just stormed off into the distance. How was that for you?
Sehr gut. It was good. You had, I think, 16 laps on those softs, so yeah, I don't know how we managed, but I'm happy with P2.
I think it helped that Jagu was on very similarly aged tyres to you. He said he was struggling a bit at the end there, but I'm going to ask this to everyone because it's very interesting how the driver's perspective on this. But the free tyre rule, how was that from your perspective?
I think it was pretty nice. I crashed in quali, so I had to. So I tried to do something different. I tried to undercut, and unfortunately was a bit unlucky with the virtual safety car. But I still managed to get a lot of people and just came out behind Yagu.
Indeed, I think TMC was saying that the full safety car that came out later in the race put you back in sync with everyone, pretty much, which I think saved your race, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. It was okay, but still that I'm not happy with that first virtual safety car because I think I would have been maybe first after the first pit stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And going into China next week, track you like, track you haven't driven much?
Bob. I'm not happy with. I don't like the low speed corners, but it's okay track.
Well, I hope we could speak to you again next week. Congratulations on second, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
And we will get Matthijs in here now, who is your Grand Prix winner. Matthijs, how was that from your perspective? You just seemed to have the lead most of the race, just chilling there, especially after the first safety car.
Yeah, bro, it was a fight by the end.
Well, the free tyre rule. How was that for you?
It was fun, but I want to do the normal one.
You want to do the normal ones? Okay, that is.
I will not include that in my PowerPoint.
Yeah, that better stay off the PowerPoint.
No, but if you guys want to talk about it, it's fine. But like, I think it's fun, but also not. I think how we do it normal is just better. It's better for racing. This fucks up. Let's say Edgin, he got fucked up today because of it. Well, Edgin was the fastest by far, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely something that maybe should be implemented to certain races, like sprint races are potentially, instead of the whole season. But
I think that's a good idea. Maybe some races. I don't know. We should do a vote on it because I don't think all races should be like this.
Well, and we're going into China next week. What's your thoughts on the circuit?
I don't know, bro. We'll see. I guess when I win the race next week.
Hoping to be in the commentary box again for another interview. Well,
bro, I'm going to be there next week. Fine.
I like the confidence. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And hope to see you next week. And good luck in China.
Greetings.
All right, TMC. That was a very good race for only 12 people being there. I must say. And are you going to be in the commentary box next week, or what's happening?
I'd say probably if they don't find anyone better and instantly replace me.
Well, I mean, I can't be doing tier 1 every week. I do. I'm a bit busy most Sundays.
No.
It's we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't guarantee I'll be here next week. I might be, but that was the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here for Tier 1, and we will catch you next week on Saturday at 7 p.m. for the Tier 2 race at China. And then hopefully, if we can find someone to do ACC, we'll have an ACC race next week as well. We will see. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and there should be free streams next week. We'll see. Any last words, TMC?
Hashtag new tire rule. Let's go.
Oh yeah, but before I end it, join discord.gg/digital and thanks to our partners, Aztecs in Sports Master. I can't forget that, I haven't mentioned them enough. Yeah, website link down below as well for other things. But yeah, we're going now because I'm really bad at outros. So yeah, bye.